Om Shri Sai Ram. Welcome to Science class 6th standard state syllabus. Chapter name is Body Movements. For our better understanding, this chapter is made into 3 parts. In today's class, we are going to study part 1 of 3. Here, we will study about the body movements as well as joints. There are so many movements that will happen in our body. Even when we sit absolutely also, there will be some movements that will be occurring in our body, like blinking of eyes. Observe that movement. See, your eyelids will be moving. Respiration, you are taking in oxygen and releasing carbon dioxide. At that time also, you will observe the movements in our body. Even the circulation, the blood is circulating throughout the body. There also you can observe the movements. And there are other movements like walking, running, jumping, swimming. There you can observe the body movement that is from one place to other place. If body part or parts change in position of the organism, that means there is no change in the position of organism, that is called as movement. In the movement of a part of body leads to change in position, then that is called as locomotion. There is a difference between the locomotion as well as movement. In the movement, there is no change in the position or location of the organism. But in locomotion, you can observe the change in the location as well as the position of an organism from one place to other place. And while doing physical exercise, we will move our hands and legs in various directions, but in some places we cannot move our body parts. Observe movements like bowling a ball at wicket. You observe when you bowl a ball at a wicket, see the movement of your hand. It is rotating in all directions. Lying down and rotate the leg at the hip. While doing yogasanas, you can see this type of practice. Bending your arm at the elbow and the leg at the knee. Try to move the various parts of your body and then observe where you can observe the maximum movements and where you cannot observe the movements at all. And everything you will come to know when you observe the body movements. See, few parts of our body can move easily, but some we cannot bend at all, we cannot move at all. Observe the picture there. If we tie the scale and your arm together as shown in the picture, can you bend your elbow? Exactly no. Why? What is the reason? Why we cannot bend our elbow when we tie the hand as well as your scale together? Because our body can move only in places where two parts are joined together, not in all the places. See, you can bend only here in this place, not here, not here. That is only in some places where two parts are joined together. What are those 2 points? And joining together, we call those as joints. So, what exactly will be there in these joints? There are bones. These two bones are joined together and those joints help in moving our body parts. Bones cannot be bent. Remember, joints only can be bent. What exactly will be there? What is helping for the movement of this bones? Just observe. There are two bones and there is a membrane above this bone. At the tip of the bone, there will be a soft tissue and this soft tissue is called cartilage. And these two bones are covered by a synovial membrane. And what will be there in between these two bones is the synovial fluid which is secreted by synovial membrane. And what is the function of the synovial fluid? And the function of this synovial fluid is to reduce the friction between the two bones and it acts as a lubricant. And you all better know that you will apply oil or grease for the machine parts to run smoothly. In the same way, here also in our body, between the two bones, there will be a synovial fluid which is acting as a lubricant and reduces the friction between the two bones and helps in smooth movement of our body parts. There are different types of joints in our body and helps in movement. Now we will see what are those types of joints. First one is ball and socket joint. Second is pivotal joint. Third, hinge joint. And the next is fixed joint. Now we will study in detail what are these joints, how it will be and where it will be. Observe here the rounded end of one bone. The rounded end of one bone fits into the cavity, that is the hollow space of another bone. Here you can observe two bones. As already I explained, there will be two bones and in between the two bones there will be a joint. Here you can observe that ball and socket joint. What here is the rounded end is getting fit into the cavity of the other bone. And this joint allows movements in all directions. How to make a ball and socket joint? A small activity everybody can do in your house. Just try. I will show how to do that. For that, we have to take a paper and we have to roll it into a cylindrical shape, or else you can take any cylindrical object. And we have to take one rubber ball, and to that you have to make a small hole, and you have to fix this cylindrical object inside that hole, or else you can fix that cylindrical object into that rubber ball. Now this is acting as your rounded end bone. This is acting as one bone, and this you have to fix in a hollow space. For that you have to take one bowl. In that you have to fix this and see how it is rotating. It is rotating in all directions. The maximum movement you can observe here in 360 degrees. So, when you compare to other joints, ball and socket joint allows the maximum movement. Where we can observe this joint? We can observe these joints in between thigh bone as well as the hip bone, and in between shoulder bone and arm. So already I told the example of bowling a ball to the wicket. Here you can observe the movement in all directions. Also while skipping, and then also you can observe the movement of ball and socket joint, that is in between the shoulder bone and the arm. The maximum movement you can observe. And we will move to the next joint. That is pivotal joint. What happens here? In the pivotal joint, there is a joint where our neck joins the head. That is called pivotal joint. It allows to bend our head forward, backward, left and right. In a pivotal joint, a cylindrical bone rotates in a ring. Observe that picture here. This is the cylindrical bone which is rotating in a ring. And the next joint is hinge joint. The hinge joints are formed between two or more bones where the bones can move only in one particular axis. That is, we can flex or we can bend or we can extend only in one direction. A hinge joint is a common class of synovial joint that includes the ankle, elbow and knee joints. Observe the picture here. This is called the hinge, and you might have observed in your house also. For the doors and windows, they will fix these hinges. Why they will fix means to allow the movement of this door or window in one direction. See, observe here the movement. It is only in this direction, not like this. And this is the knee joint. See, you can observe the movement of the two bones only in one angle. And this is the hinge joint. And we will move on to the next joint, that is fixed joints. Fixed joints are those joints where there is no movement between the bones. There will be no movement at all in these bones, that is in these joints. Fixed joints are also called immovable joints or fibrous joints. Many of the joints in our skull is fixed. If we take our skull, in those all the joints, so many bones are joined together, but those joints are fixed. They doesn't show any movement. the joint between the upper jaw and the rest of the head. Observe your head. You can move only your lower jaw, not all the parts of your head. That is because there is a fixed joint between the upper jaw as well as our head. And this is about the joints. See children, God has given us various types of body movements by providing us these joints in our body. So we have to utilize those movements only for good purpose and only for the service activities. Then only we will rise spiritually as well as in all the places. Hope you all have understood about the joints. Thank you. Jai Sai Ram.